Babe, what you got there?
Borla Exhaust.
Finally. Make this Durango sound amazing. Today we're gonna go do her exhaust. Do a little before for you guys cranking her up. Here's a little in-car. Hit it, babe. There's our before. Check us on the after. But not before a quick stop. Cheers. What?
What'd you say?
Said, but not before a quick stop to do your favorite thing in the world.
Wash the car.
Wash the car, babe. Keep it clean. Can't be working on it looking dirty. Nothing like a clean whip before you start working. Anyway, we got the Borla exhaust here. Alex is giving her a little wipe down. And then we'll get working here. You ready for this, babe?
Yeah.
How excited are you to hear the new exhaust?
Pretty excited.
Me too. The exhaust is basically whispering right now. Can't wait to hear it roaring. Roaring!
Hope it sounds good.
It will. How did I get such a cool wife?
What are you talking about?
You! You're the star of the show today, babe. I'm your cameraman. Oh boy. There he is. Yeah. She's trying. There you go. Woo! Okay, now that we played with the cool old school stuff, we gotta mess with this modern whatever Durango. So let's get the heater going in here, and then we'll pull that bad girl in, throw her up on the lift, and we can get that Borla exhaust going. Hopefully it shouldn't take us more than 19 hours to do this. So if we do it in 18, you guys owe us one. I don't know. We're about to change that. I can't hear you. Yeah, we're about to make that better. Looks real good. It's about to look even better. I think I forget my wife does sometimes. Party! Nice.
There's instructions that we won't read.
Absolutely. Why would we read the instructions? We know exactly what we're doing. It's a Mopar Christmas up in here.
Did I get this stuff for Christmas?
I was just gonna ask that. I think I got you that for Christmas.
No, we got it for New Year's.
Oh yeah, it's your New Year's gift.
Nice.
RN. Real nice.
Why do we have to put it together?
Oh. It's like the pizza place in Breaking Bad. They pass the savings on to you. I mean, if they came and installed it for us, we would have nothing fun to do and we'd have no video to make.
Whoever came up
Nothing.
with the touchers of packing this stuff is pretty, oh, they got a label. L. For
Yeah,
lane.
L for left field. You see their weld quality.
It's alright.
It's okay.
I could do better.
They buzzed through it real quick. I thought this was stainless. Guess it is. You can see where they cleaned it up here. It's a little bit polished. It's like a... Yeah, there you go. That looks nice and stainless.
The only thing I don't
Okay.
like about this exhaust system is
While I was parking the truck, I already come back in. She's wasting no time, boys and girls. She's been wanting this exhaust for 3,000 years. Even before she owned this car, she wanted it. Truck, car, it's an SUV. She calls it a car. Okay. Anyway, she's making room right now so we can get down this old factory clunky exhaust. The big old suitcase thing here in the middle.
yeah,
Little.
what is that?
It's just a big conglomeration of BS that we don't want. We don't want none of this. We want performance. I can get used to this, so I can just chill and film while you work. Is this how it... She thinks just because she's super cute and beautiful, she can just get away with saying stuff. Anyway, let's just watch her work. You know, you're pretty good at what you do, babe.
My arms are so tired already. That's the auto magic.
The fast forward button?
Yeah.
I don't know, you're gonna have to look. So there is the factory exhaust. So all right, let's be chronological here, Frank. So you got your engine here, you're coming out, down your catalytic converters. Those are gonna stay. These downpipes here, right where the box guy here starts, is where we're gonna disconnect those bolts. And from here back is where the new exhaust goes. So then we flow into this kind of, it does some kind of H-pipe action in here to what I understand. Don't really know, don't really care because it's going back this way. coming up around this spare. You got a little muffler resonator back here and this little baby tip. So another thing we got is a much larger tip on here. It's gonna really fill out this little cutaway in the rear panel there, and it's gonna look beautiful. So yeah, let's get this thing out. I'll stop talking. No, she ain't wasting no time. She's getting out the big guns already. Nothing wrong with being old school. Jesus Christ! These days, watch your head! Thinking they could just have everything easy. Jesus! Just press the easy button. A good old ratchet never did you no harm. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but like,
Come out?
take it off, like off the body of the car.
It can't hurt. It'll make it easier, but first, before we do that, you should probably do these guys, because once you take this off, the exhaust is going to come down. If you take these off, this will still be holding it up.
Is this getting replaced too?
No, from here forward, that stays. It's from here back.
Take that off then.
You got excited.
Why didn't you stop me? You're
What?
an idiot.
What? Maybe I wanted to see you work a little harder today.
Oh my god.
I got distracted by the cute girl working on stuff, and I just didn't, my brain didn't function. Yeah, honey, from here back is going away, so don't touch anything here forward.
How do you even...
It's just a bolt. It's got a spring on it, but just get...
Alright.
Chop chop, babes. This is what I gotta deal with. It literally took you, what, all of 2 minutes to do that? So yeah, she's putting back what she took off because she distracted me. We're starting right here with this 13mm or ½ inch exhaust coupler. Give me a break, all right?
People yell at me.
Who's gonna yell at you?
Everybody that watches me put this back on with the impact.
No one yells at my wife.
It's going the right way. And you just gotta be gentle.
There you go. Nice, baby. All right, so we determined we're gonna start by removing this flange here on the back resonator muffler guy, and then that'll give us some room to get that off, so then it's easier to unhook this one, and then we can kind of continue on the way down the road. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Good job, babes.
There's not one on this side.
Yeah. It would be here if they did. I know.
What the is this?
That's what I was looking at before. I think they're just like harmonic dampeners, like to stop vibration. Yeah, because they're not attached to anything. I've never seen anything like that. We're trying to be smart right now. I'm gonna look at the directions real quick, make sure I'm not missing something. But
You read directions?
huh? Does that say there? Do not use air impact tools to tighten. Oh, that's on the Borla. That's on the Borla exhaust. Okay, we'll give
They
you a
always
break.
say not to do things that I do anyway, so.
Yeah, I know. Loosen hardware and left muffler. Carefully move the muffler. Okay, yeah. So we were right. See, we already had it right before we even looked at the directions. The left rear muffler, we were already doing. All right, I'll shut up. Let's get to it.
What? I hear your hand.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't want to hit you in the head. All right, so.
What's the hanger?
There's a hanger. It's got a little like push-through hanger up here and some rubber around it. Here, look, you can see. It's just hanging in there, so I need to pull this guy through. Okay. Voila! Goodbye. There's your stock versus the new. And the exhaust tip, I think this is a 3-inch and we went to a 5-inch, so this is gonna fill that so much better.
I'm actually
way cool.
impressed that this exhaust sounds good as is.
Right, with the amount of like,
Bullshit.
yeah, the amount of stuff blocking things up along the way, it's not bad
The amount
for a
of
factory exhaust.
Dodgeness.
Yeah, they did a lot of Dodge on here. All we need to do is get those 2 other front ones, and then we get the big H suitcase out of there, and we'll be done. Okay, so now I'm just getting the back part of this hanger separated from these little rubber hanger guys. And I'm just getting the pry bar in there. Just got to get it to surpass the little knob, and now it's free. Alright, so now this side is completely free. We're going to get the front part out because we've already got, these have already been disconnected off of the body on both sides. So now the only thing really holding it in are the threads coming through this flange here and this one up in the resonator. So we'll get the front pulled out and then we'll pop out the back and we should be done. Theoretically speaking, I'm struggling getting the final piece of this flange just through that little rubber booty guy, kind of like, where are we at? One of these over here on the passenger side. It's really hard to be able to get your hand up there around the bumper, and then there's not a lot of room to move this either way. So I didn't want to cut the exhaust, but I think that's what I'm going to do just to not pull my hair out here, because it's really, like I said, kind of impossible to pass this through right now without ripping apart the whole back end of the car to get room to work. So turning to my other favorite tool, the cutter. Got a little piece of metal slice. All right, goodbye, old garbage. It's so much easier when you just cut the damn thing. All right, it's official, babe. We aren't putting that stock crap back on there, right?
Guess so.
We ain't doing it. Goodbye.
Bye.
So Mrs. Finelli thought, well, while we have no exhaust on here, let's hear what it sounds like just for fun. So we're gonna start it up with the exhaust pretty much open, as about open headers as you can get right now. And we'll see what that does. She got the keys out. Okay. Sounds good. You should get in there and rev it up. Why don't we just leave it off? Sounds tasty. Yeah.
It shut off on me.
Okay. It didn't like that.
It says, it probably thought someone was trying to steal it.
Maybe.
Because it was on remote start still.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounded cool. Okay, so shenanigans are out of the way. We've done the fun thing of making it run open-ish headers, plus the cats. Anyway, we've got to now put the new exhaust system in. So we're gonna start left being driver's side, and this flange will meet, oops, over here like this. And then we're gonna reinstall the factory hanger rubber grommet dude, and then we'll start building our way back, so tag along. Get this guy right here. Get this sticker off now that we know which side it goes on. We don't need this stuff burning off on us. Really, Borla? Some cheap old paper plastic stuff. Could have done a little nicer on that. Now this residue's been stuck on here. That's fun. Could have been a little better on that. Take 5 points off. And that, not only that, but the goo from this is on the underside where you would see this, and if this was left on here, it would kind of turn like a tarnished blackish color. So I sprayed some adhesive remover. So I sprayed some adhesive remover, got it off. But Borla, maybe flip the other side with the stickers and use a little better quality stickers. Anyway, the factory hangers put back on. Make sure you put it on the right way because they're both offset, so to where it sticks out further to the rear of the car instead of having the grommet forward. I did it the other way around. Save you a minute or two of figuring that out. Nonetheless, this guy will pop in here. Like so. Alright. Now we'll get our bolts through that flange. You got a flat nut, a flat washer, a lock washer, flat washer on the other side, and then your bolts. And these bolts, this hardware comes in the kit, as well as all the couplers you need going the way, all the way down. Snug this up by hand. Alright, the front two pipes are now on. I left these bolts loose, so this way we can kind of maneuver it as we need to, but they're hand tight, they're not completely loose. Now we'll get this X pipe put in here, and then keep working our way back. X pipe, as I noticed too, has like a low side, so you've got the pipes here and it kind of comes down, and then if you go this way they kind of arch up a little bit relative to here, so I think I'm going to go with the higher. Didn't really specify that in the directions. Test run. This isn't a semi, but I'm going to give you guys the Jake brake anyway. She loves that one.
You want to go?
Yeah, you want to go.
As long as you hit my driveway.
No. You better not. Maybe it does go the other way. So now that's on the driveway. And the way that these are angled, yeah, I'm gonna vote flip it around. Let's see what happens with that.
That's easier too.
It does, and yeah, those shoot now straight back there. And now we're away from the drive line as it's tucked up. So, okay, I stand corrected. When you look at the X pipe and it kind of has a droop down, put the lower part down. Don't have the middle X higher, because then it's going to be too close to the drive line. Plus, you can see right back here, it fits nice and square. More or less gaps in here. Before, this was way over here, and this one was kind of underneath the axle, so that looks good. All right, we'll get that snugged up. Keep working our way back. The X pipe is kind of in place right now loosely, and I'm gonna hang this up here just to kind of see this other turn and how it wants to go, because it didn't look ultra obvious. So I'm gonna let this hang right here, grab this pipe. And yeah, it looks right. That's right. Just gonna have to lose a little bit of this distance as we push the X pipe forward into place. This will make this go on here better. So that's about right. All right, so learn from us and start from the back and work your way forward. So get the cat back up in here first, and then start feeding it forward. What I had done before, you already saw, I put the hardware into this flange. You need this to be able to separate so it can kind of move forward and give you enough space to kind of get these to each other. So start your way back and start feeding it this way, and then you'll be able to have room up front to rock the system forward, and then you can bring it back and get the flange bolts in. Good.
Pretty good?
I got it. I done got it.
Did the instructions tell you to start from the back?
You know, I was curious to look and see if I'm making a fool of myself or not. I don't remember. Alright, hardware, clamp both ends, X-pipes or front pipe assembly into the rubber isolator. Place clamp over front X-pipe, the left hand assembly. It results in some clearance. No, it most certainly does not say start from the back and work your way forward. So, I don't know. There was not enough room to be able, with the front flange connected through the X-pipe, to be able to match this kind of intermediate bend from the X-pipe going up to the actual muffler without actually starting back here, connecting it and having it hanging up front in the space. So that's the way I would do it, because that's what I'm doing here. So start from the back, leave your front hanging, don't even get the flanges connected, don't even have the body mount rubber grommets connected, let those just hang the way Alex told me, and get those done last. Some work to do here at Borla, plus it came scratched too. There's all sorts of scratches on the stainless finish. That's not cool. You know, the muffler's pushed in up there, right here to the rubber grommet hangers. Then we're gonna get this coupler tightened right here, and then we can work our way forward and then reconnect the body mount grommet guys here, and then get these flange bolts done here. How you doing? So, yeah, we could do a little better on the instructions, Borla. Hopefully the sound of this exhaust makes up for it so far. The tips look pretty clear back here though, babes. I mean, they look pretty centered for it not being completed yet. It's not bad.
They better be.
We'll make sure it's sitting good. You can always adjust the hangers and tweak things. And also make sure where the pipe is meeting. You know, they've got these little cuts in here, the relief on the slightly larger one. Make sure they're actually put in enough so that this way the pipe covers over the hole, because you don't want a little opening there where gases are going to be able to pop out. So the distance kind of where this opens up and closes is where we can kind of adjust your exhaust tip. So we can get it kind of where we think we need it right now, and then play with it after. Just to show you guys what I'm talking about, this little expansion cut they've got in here, make sure that this pipe is pushed in far enough that there's not a gap here and an opening where that pipe isn't all the way set in, and then you'd have an exhaust leak coming out this way, because this band clamp isn't going to stop the exhaust gases from coming out. So you need this pipe all the way past this opening, and then you'll be good to go. No leaks. We'll get these next. Same thing, make sure the pipes are married well enough that there's no room for it to come out. Alright, we're nice and snug. Let's keep going forward. Now we can get the exhaust pipe that connects to the existing factory piping and the X-pipe married back together. And then get the body mounts up here too. So yeah, that's one thing the directions definitely don't indicate. It was way harder to try and do it with this stuff already bolted up front, almost impossible in my opinion to get it all to match. So start from the back, get your 2 mufflers hung in the little rubber hangers, and then work your way forward. If you're lucky enough to have a lift like I am right now and a shop stand, then this is great. If not, having a buddy hold it up for you, or jack stands in your driveway. But I would definitely recommend working your way from the back and then up to the front. And you can see I just have to walk this pipe out of the X pipe a little bit to get this flange to match up, but it's still good because it's not exposing an opening here in this gap, so we won't have a leak. I'm happy. Are you? And I'm not going to tighten these clamps just yet, because if I tighten these and leave no play for this pipe to move forward, then when we're tightening these flange bolts here, it's not going to be able to draw the pipe in. So I'm going to tighten these flange bolts first. This way the pipe, this flange is met completely, and then tighten that clamp after. I just made a quick peek back here. The tips do look like they're sitting pretty well in here, and we'll get a final adjustment on them, but I think I'm confident to go ahead with tightening up that set of front flange bolts right here. Like I said, we'll get these tightened first, so this way this pipe is drawn in, and then we can get this final clamp done, get a final torque on all of them, and then check her out. Okay, we'll get the other side. Okay, these front flange bolts are tightened. The body mount hangers are tightened. Gonna get these 2 clamps tightened down, and then we'll give it 1 once over, make sure we like where the exhaust tips are sitting, and give everything a nice final snug, and we're good to go and crank this thing up and hear it. So we are looking at it. Nope. So here's our system. Like I said, we'll give it a final look right now. And I'm gonna grab that sticker off of here, but it is pretty much set the way it needs to be. What do you think, babe?
Looks good.
Thank you. Looks nice and centered too.
Right.
Fills that gap in the bumper much better than the stock ones.
That looks good.
Looks great. Love it. No, I think the stick out's really nice. Got about an 1/8 inch gap up top. That's nice. This one here has got about a 1/2 inch. So yeah, and this little movement we have, we can get in the final torque down of this guy here. So we'll do that real quick, get a final torque down, and then we'll bring this car down to the ground, and babe can crank her up. We can hear it. Forgot when we ran at open headers before, it triggered the security on it a little bit. So she's down right now. Alex is gonna get the car happy again, but we can see from this angle too, those exhaust tips look freaking killer. I love it. I wasn't happy with the directions and the stickers on there and a little bit of scratches on the stainless, but the overall finish and fit when it's on there looks really good. So there's only one thing left to do now. Crank that bad girl up, babe. Yes.
I got something to look out for.
Yeah. It sounds good. It sounds nice and throaty. Yes, that sounds so good. You happy, babe?
No.
That's what I thought. All right, let's bring it up and check for leaks. Yeah, it sounds sick. Sweet.
Yeah. We did it.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah, it's going up.
Take her up. Check for leaks. Tips. Oh yeah.
What?
Just looking, checking out the tips. They look nice. This side sticks out a little bit more than that one now that I see it. I'm trying to adjust that. All right, let's check for leaks. Now ideally, soak water in a bottle if you want to get really, really picky, but if you can't feel it with your hand and hear it with your ear. Last thing I noticed that this tip is about an 1/8 inch in, a little bit further than that one, so I'm going to loosen up the coupler and bring it out and get it sitting nice. Crank her up once more, babe. Make sure I ain't leaking.
It's like a.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, that little roof.
Yeah. Okay, babe. Let's get her down. She got a little sponsorship from WeatherTech. So she's gonna put some cool WeatherTech mud flaps behind the tires and rain guards on the windows, and we'll get this thing out of here. We'll take it down the road. We'll have her drive past the house here a couple times and rip on it, and you guys can hear it going down the street. I did one final tip adjustment, because you could just barely see the Borla word here, and now it's even to where you just barely see the word there. Driver's side passenger was sticking out a little bit too much, so perfect. Alex approves. These are fun and simple to install. We just put the one up the front real quick, and we'll go through and get these put on the whole car. So these little mud flaps behind the tire, they give a really nice little accentuation. Looks pretty cool. We'll get the other one done. Show you. Pretty simple. You're just popping out the little factory, these little round factory fasteners with one of these guys here. Pop it out. It hooks in down underneath the body panel, and it's on.
Look good.
They do look good. Love it. So before installing the WeatherTech mud flaps, I actually put this little clear protector strip. You can barely see it, but you can kind of catch an edge here where it's just hanging over. And this will protect the paint behind the mud flaps. This way it's not moving slightly and scuffing up your clear coat and everything. So when this is sitting on here, it doesn't rub and scratch it up. You can kind of see it down here. And just basically clean it off with some alcohol, spray a little water on there, and then squeegee it off, and voila. All right, babe, what'd you just do?
I installed my rain deflectors.
Nice. That's
And you
great.
installed the mud flaps.
Those look killer too.
Professional.
Oh yeah. Really ties all these little accents in, huh? It looks way good.
I raced it.
I would too. Nice. Love it. test drive time. Come on. You guys ready for this? Sounds so good. Can't wait to hear it drive by. The moment we've all been waiting for, and honestly the moment I've been waiting for. I want to hear this thing, so I'm sending Alex out very angrily to go do some test drive flybys. 103 on a Sunday night, not a damn soul on the road. All the more reason for us to do this. Sounded pretty nice right there. Yes! Woo! Yeah! Yes! It sounds amazing! Babe, you gotta do it again. Man, when it shifts, it just like pop, it like bangs. It sends like a Oh, that sounds good. I'd be a little hard hearing her with my loud diesel here, but let's head home. Call it a night. What a life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed doing it. Babe, this thing's a new animal.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. Like, you have no idea how good it sounds as you go by.
It's a lot more like...
It's responsive?
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's weird.
Can you hear it in the cabin in here as you're driving?
Yeah.
It's our night. Ready, babe?
I'm scared there's gonna be a cop right here. We slid.
Yeah. Oh, that sounded good. it's official, guys. I think she's pleased. I know I'm happy. Forgive me if I seem out of it, because it's like 1 in the morning, 2 o'clock. 1:30 in the morning? 1:30 on a Sunday. The 2 biggest tips I would give you for doing this at home by yourself, whether you got a lift or not. 1, you're not gonna wanna keep that stock exhaust. So don't bother screwing around on the passenger side. When you take out the driver's side resonator, you know, axle back part with the exhaust tip on it, that part has the flange, you unbolt it, it comes off easy. The passenger side, it doesn't, so don't bother trying to pull it out because there's not enough room in there to do it easily. Just cut the pipe, cut the exhaust pipe, it'll come down super easy. The second biggest thing I would say, I don't remember seeing in the instructions, when you start assembling the new exhaust, start from the back and work your way forward. If you start at the front with the front flanges and then go towards the X pipe, you wind up getting bound up towards the back. Start with the back part of the mufflers, then build it forward, leaving the front part of the exhaust kind of hanging, and then do those last. And other than that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next crazy Finelli video. Yes!